Gina George, very much main character because I'm a main character, can never be an understudy. Period, boo.
Mr. Genius Idiot.
Get on the scene.
We going.
Yeah. Yeah. With every record, I be asking the masses to tune your hearts to me. I represent intelligent niggas that grew up partially. But lately I've been questioning, second guessing whether or not I've got something to offer since I done eluded poverty.
Welcome back to another vlog. My name is Mila if you're new here. If you are not, welcome back, sis. So I just got back from the gym and I'm feeling energized. Today I did get to the gym quite late just because I had a few calls that I wanted to make before I went to the gym and, just did me. But I just really want to, this vlog, I just really want to focus on, some mom stuff because I feel like I don't really show myself in that element a lot on my channel, and I want to start doing that more. I want to start opening up more here on YouTube in terms of my personal life and whatnot, and just share a little bit more insight with you guys as to who Mila Mills is, so I just came back from the gym. My workout was awesome. Yeah, like so much to talk about. So the last time you guys saw me in the gym is when I was paying for a membership down the road because the gym in my building was not open yet. So my building's fairly new. So because of that, the gym wasn't open yet. The gym just opened, I believe, last month. What was that? Yeah, September. It just opened in September. And I've been going to the gym in my building and it's been marvelous. I love it. Like it's not a huge gym with like how many people in there. Every day that I go, I have to see someone. Like sometimes I see one or two people and sometimes I don't. Just like you see in my video today, there was two people there while I was filming. So there was one man that was there when I first got there and then he had left and then another lady had came in. And actually I see those two people quite frequently at the gym, and kudos to them because they look like they're in their like 50s, and they're coming to the gym, they're pumping the iron, they're doing the do's. That's how I want to be when I get older. I want to be still like actively going to the gym, eating right, just taking care of myself. And I feel like as a mom, it's so important to take care of yourself, right? Because I feel like if you're not good, you're no good to anybody else. And doing the very things that you enjoy doing that help keep your spirits up will then translate into you being a awesome parent, because when you're burnt out and stressed out and your mind isn't right, you can't be present for your child, and you owe it to your child to give them the best version of yourself at all times. So I'm not a believer in Amora's mom. No, girl. I'm me. I'm Mila. That's Amora. I have my own identity outside of being a mom. A mom is just one of the many things that I am. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a niece, I'm a granddaughter, I'm a daughter, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a content creator. I'm so many things, and there's so many more things that I'm aspiring to be in life. So making sure that I take care of myself can only benefit Amora, and her well-being, because when you don't have an identity outside of being a mom, to me, it will be very hard for you to allow your kids to be themselves, to allow them to develop their own identity, right? When when as a mom, your only identity is being a mom, you're kind of like really attached to your child, like in a really unhealthy way, where you don't even allow them to be themselves and explore themselves and whatever that may be, right? So yeah, I always try to make sure that I'm doing things that I like to do outside of being a mom. And I always stress my friends that are moms to, you know, tap into things that they like to do for themselves, to focus on themselves. Not to say that, you know, you're not focusing on your child, but you also need to focus on yourself a lot too, right? Because one day, baby, them kids gonna get big. They are gonna get older and they are gonna go off and live their own lives. And that's why it's important for you to have your own identity, because let's say 20 years later, your child decides to go off and live their own life. You're gonna have a hard time coming to cope with that. Yeah, you're gonna have a very hard time coping with them going on and living their lives, because you are so wrapped up in the idea that being a mom is your only identity. No, there's so much more to life. You know, being a mom is just one of the many things that I am. You know, I still love to do me. I still love to I still love to I love to what do I like to do? I like to cook, right? As an art, not just, oh, because I have to cook for my child. That's something I really enjoy doing. I enjoy writing. I enjoy making music. I enjoy just being me, right? And I feel like for myself, I've had a very easy transition after having Amora to regaining my identity afterwards, because I was Mila Mills before I had my daughter. I already had my own identity before I had my daughter, right? And I feel like a lot of moms that became moms at a young age, because they missed out on maybe their teen years to early 20s, they have a harder time with having their own identity outside of being a mom. Like everything is, oh, I'm a mom, I'm a mother. Girl, we know that. We see the kids, they're proof, you know? And it's difficult, you know, and it's definitely something that you have to find a balance in, because I'm telling you, even though I had my own identity prior to having my daughter, after I had Amora, it was very difficult for me to get back to feeling like me. Like, I don't think anyone talks about it enough. Like that point in time after you have your child to up until when you actually start feeling like yourself again, or just a human being, you know? Because I feel like the old me before I had my daughter, oh, that girl is gone. Like, I don't even know who that is, right? I'm a different version of myself now after having Amora, right? I'm a more, you know, polished, refined version of myself after becoming a mom, right? But it took a long time to get there. I feel like I didn't even feel like Mila, Mila Mills back in this, until I think Amora was about like 1.5, maybe 2. Yeah, that's when I really started feeling out like myself. It started like popping out, and you know, so it was a journey. But we move. So yeah, so I'm just really trying to find a balance between being a mom and being an entrepreneur, right? It's not easy. Some days are harder than others for sure, but nothing in life is easy, and we just take it one day at a time. So it's one day at a time. So I am about to go and do some work. I'm working on something, and I can't wait to share this with you guys. More than likely going to be sharing it. I don't know if I'm going to share it on my birthday or just that weekend. I don't even know what's going on, because your girl was working with some deadlines, and a lot's been happening behind the scenes why your girl didn't meet said deadlines she set for herself, you know? Not to say that I did meet the deadlines, but I did meet what I'm working on is done. Signed, sealed, delivered. You know what I'm saying? It's a done deal. It's a wrap. But in terms of me being able to set time aside to make content for this project. I haven't been able to do that. So I wanted to make sure that I really roll out this project properly to give it the push it needs. However, sometimes you just got to make it do what it do. So I think I might just end up making it do what it do. And yeah, so I can't wait for my birthday. It's literally a week away. Yeah, today's Friday and my birthday is next week Friday. I'm so excited. And I'll be having just a little gathering with some of my friends, just to celebrate me. Like, I don't think I've ever done that as an adult, like really celebrated myself. And I always find that I'm overlooking my accomplishments and not giving myself enough praise that I do deserve, you know? So this year for my birthday, I just want to be surrounded by love. I just want to be surrounded by love and positive vibes, and just really celebrate me and myself so that I can look back at this time in moments where I need some uplifting. You know, I just want to keep that in my pocket and remember that, you know, I have people that love me, care about me, support me, and want to see me do the great things that I intend on doing in this world. So there's a lot going on with me. I've been working on so much for this year, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. More than likely, everything is just going to come out one after one, like a domino effect after my birthday, most definitely. So I can't wait for 2023. It's gonna be an awesome year. It's gonna be 2023 is gonna be that year. Like, I know every year we say, oh, it's my year, but no, I'm really optimistic about 2023 because a lot of the things that I've been working on this year are going to catapult me into where I want to be in 2023. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I can't wait to bring all of you guys on this journey with me, everyone that supports me. I really love and appreciate all of you. So I got a few things I gotta do, get ready for this party. It's a Mean Girls theme. I'm giving very much Regina George, very much main character, because I'm a main character, can never be an understudy. Period, poo. And on that note, I'm gonna see you guys later.
Mama, show me how you move it. Go ahead, put your back into it. Do your thing like it ain't nothing to it. Shake that ass, girl. Little mama, show me how you move it. Go ahead, put your back into it. Do your thing like it ain't nothing to it. Shake that ass, go. 50 in the house, bounce. Y'all already know what I'm about. The flow sounds sick over Dre drums, nigga. I ain't stupid, I see Doc. Then my dough come quicker. Whoa, shorty hips is hypnotic. She moves, she's so erotic to watch. I'm like, bounce that ass, girl. I get it crump in here, I make it jump in here, front in here, we'll thump in here. Oh, I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good.
So we are back from school. I picked up Amora and she did her after school routine. Well, not fully, we're still doing it. So we're actually about to make a snack for after school. She's like always so hungry when she comes home from school. So I'm actually we're going to make these like Halloween pastries. I got some cookie cutters. Can you wait a second? I got some cookie cutters and we're going to use some pie crust to make some Halloween-esque pastries. So hopefully it'll do good. I think it will. Hopefully it'll be good. I've seen people just do it with jam, but we're gonna use jam, and I'm also going to heat up some frozen raspberries that I have and just try to use each and see how it goes. So let's do this. Okay, come. Pass the egg wash, please. Pass the egg wash, please.
Why did you say egg wash? No, just egg.
It's called egg wash because we're going to use it to wash the stuff, okay? Young lady?
But I'm not young.
So what are you, old lady?
No. I am a
Okay, come over
girl.
here.
Those are pies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me to taste it.
Come over here. Put your hand and press it down. All the way, that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to take out the ghosts.
The goat.
Yeah, and put them there. So, let's take this apart. Stop putting your hand in your hair. Come. Put these pieces, take out the... Take your time, please.
Now what? Now what? Now what?
So I got Amora to bed, and now I'm just winding down right now. It's about 10:30. I got Amora into bed around 8:15, but we didn't turn off the light until like 8:30 because I was reading her library book. So I try to get her in bed every night by 8:30. Get her into bed, so that by 9 o'clock she falls asleep. Tonight was a success. Some nights, it depends on what's going on. Maybe I might have to cook or whatever else. But tonight I did cook, but I just got things started early. I've noticed that I have a slight tendency that when she comes home from school, when we get inside and she's doing her after school routine and after I set up her snack, I have this little habit that I've been noticing where I want to like relax while she's doing her own dues, But I've come to realize that since she's not in an after school program and she finishes school at 3, that's what time she get inside, about like 3:10-ish. I gotta be on go as soon as we get through that door if I want to be able to have some time to myself later on in the evening. As soon as we get inside, I gotta get stuff cracking, right? Or else I'll be lounging and relaxing after school, and then that'll basically take up the time that I have to wind down and have to myself later on in the evening, which I like better. I like having time to myself in the evening. So, we working it through. We figuring out, we going through the motions. I'm getting a hang of this school stuff. We are about to be in November, and I believe we have a really solid routine down pack. Next year, January, I want to get her started in some activities. So I really want to do swimming, and then she really wants to do ballet. So I'm going to see if I can get her in those things, like just one activity per season. So for winter, I'll start her off with the swimming because I think swimming is essential. Everyone should know how to swim. It is a survival skill. And then maybe spring I'll do ballet. Yeah, that sounds good. But this time that I have to myself at night, it just really helps me to wind down and mentally prepare myself for the next morning. So I did everything I need to do. The kitchen's clean. Her lunch is packed for tomorrow. Her clothes are taken out for the next day. We check the weather together, and then we take it out. We take out her clothes. Let me know if you guys want to see like a mom wind down routine, because I could definitely show you guys that. Our routine's so cute. I love our little routine. And Amora knows, like when we get in the door, I'll be like, okay, Amora, do your routine. And she knows she gotta empty that lunch bag and put it away, because I'm not doing it. It ain't my lunch. So we getting there. Simple strides. So it's been really good. Recently, I actually started Amora on sight words. We started doing sight words via flashcards. I got a bunch of flashcards from Amazon, and she actually has this game that helps to learning how to spell sight words. She's had it for like about a year now. Yeah, about a year. So I actually bought flashcards for her, I think, when she was like 2. So 2 years ago, I bought flashcards for her to help her to learn the alphabet, and we started with it, and then I kind of fell off. And then last year I started back again once me and her dad had a conversation about like school and whatnot, and her learning how to read and all of these stuff. So yeah, so I just would sit down every day after daycare, 10 minutes, because they're so young. Like, their attention span is not that their attention span is pretty short at that age. So I don't want to overdo it with, the information to where she doesn't even retain anything. That'll be pretty much counterproductive. So yeah, so I would just spend like 10 minutes every day after school going through the alphabet with the flashcards. And literally I think I would do 5 letters or maybe 4 letters. I think I was doing 4 letters a week. So once she got those letters down, we move on to another 4, and then we include all of them. Like, honestly, and I was so shocked at how well she grasped everything. Like, Amora is so smart and she's so eager to learn. I was so shocked, right? But it just really goes to show that as a parent, you really have to put in the time and the effort into your kids in order for them to perform at their full potential. Because yes, kids go to school, but half of the work is done at school, the other half is supposed to be done at home. So even if it's just like I was doing, taking 10 minutes out of your time to give them that time and attention to help them, that could create a significant difference in their attitude towards learning, So yeah, so we're doing the same thing now with the sight words, and baby, my good sis is picking it up. She is picking it up, because when we were reading tonight, she was recognizing some of the words, some of the sight words that we've been doing this week. She's recognizing them in the book, and I'm purposely reading using my finger so that she can follow along. I feel like me just reading it, that's not going to help her in terms of for her to learn how to read. So I'm literally taking my time and reading, pointing and reading the word as I go. It's a little difficult because by force of habit, you kind of just want to read. Like, you want to read and flow how you normally read. But in order to help her, I really have to like slow it down a bit and read as I point to each word, So it's been really good. Yeah, I'm super proud of her. And I got some like workbooks as well to go with it. So I didn't want to overdo it at first. So I just started this week with doing the sight words with the flashcards. And then next week I'll probably start incorporating the book as well. But I used to do the book to help her with letter tracing and learning how to write each letter, uppercase, lowercase, and all of that, and just get familiarized with holding the pencil and whatnot. And she did very good, so I'm not worried about her in terms of being able to write and stuff, because that's stuff we've been practicing from before she even started school. But now that she's in school, I definitely want to be going at the same pace as her class in terms of the curriculum of where they're at with their lessons. But I want to be going above that too. I really want to see if I can get her to read before she starts senior kindergarten next year. And I think it's possible because, like I said, Omar is very eager. She's very eager to learn. She's a perfectionist, so she gets mad when she gets things wrong. I have to remind her, like, it's okay, you could try again. And yeah, she seems very receptive to everything. So, I'm happy, proud mom moments. But honestly, like, it's so important as a parent to be involved in your child's life and by being present in like so many different ways. So like whether it be school or showing up for school, or putting them in extracurricular activities so that they can tap into passions from early on and like things like that, and giving them a routine that they can follow so that they know what's coming next and that they're not anxious about the day, and they know what their responsibilities are. Because like I feel like these things are the very things that help us become the adults that we become eventually, right? So if I'm providing an environment where my child has discipline and routines from early on, she's going to keep that up, and it's going to be ingrained in her as pretty much second nature, right? So then when she becomes an adult, she won't have difficulty with self-discipline or time management or things like that, because these are things that I've instilled in her from she was so young. So yeah, we just trying to do our best. Some days it's okay to remember that, like, at some days you gotta fall off. Some days you just do your best. You just put your best foot forward, and you might fall off of the routine, and that's okay, because the routines are there to create structure and discipline, yes, but then there are days when things just happen, or you're just in a rut. Allow yourself to be in a rut, allow things to happen, but don't let it get you down, baby. You got to get right back up and get back to it, right? So yeah, I'm so excited. We finally made those pastries. Oh my god, they were so yummy and so cute. I want to start baking more. We baked some chocolate chip cookies before from scratch, so I want to try doing that again. I'm not playing. I am definitely on my Brie Vandy camp this fall. Get into it. If you watch Desperate Housewives, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I am going to watch some Gossip Girl, because I've been watching Gossip Girl lately, and I'm loving it. I'm gonna watch some Gossip Girl and get ready to go to my bed, because it's getting late. I want to try to get to bed earlier so I can wake up earlier and just have a good morning. I typically wake up around like 7 or 6. It depends on what day of the week it is. But yeah, that's what time I wake up. But if I'm wake up at 7:30, that's me rushing, and I don't like rushing in the morning, especially with Amora. Like, I really like to wake up on I really like to wake up on time, which is 7, so that she has enough time to get herself ready, because I don't get her ready. I just tap in and out. We tag team in the morning, okay? So she'll brush her teeth, and then I'll brush her tongue, and she'll put on her clothes herself that's already picked out from the night before, and then she'll come for breakfast, and by that time breakfast is already made and done by me, right? So I try to give her a little independence where I can. I try to give her independence, and I really try to do the same thing. But I express the same thing to her dad, so that he tries to keep up, the same regime or routine or whatnot when she's with him, even though, of course, like, it's two different households, right? So you gotta do the best you can. But, I just try to, like, communicate with him about those things. Like, and even though, like, we do butt heads sometimes, we be button heads. And it's really because I be stubborn. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm stubborn. I'm very, very, very stubborn, right? However, I feel like I'm very understanding in various ways. I'm so understanding, As long as your approach is right, I'm understanding. But if you come at me sideways, you're gonna have to see me about it. I'm not going for that, right? I'm really not. So it's a little bit challenging, co-parenting, but the thing that has helped the most is just communicating, like communicating, and allowing the other person to have room for, you know, hiccups and missteps and whatever. Like, I think early on, I used to like be so hard on Amora's dad, but now I'm more lenient and relaxed, just because I feel like now we've come to an understanding in terms of routine and boundaries and things like that. So I feel like that has made it significantly easier, right? So it's business as usual, you know, pick up time, drop off time. Oh, where am I picking up? Where am I dropping off? Like things like that. Oh, she has this coming up. Okay, what time? Okay, I'll be there. Da da da. This, that. Oh, want to enroll her in this. Okay. Da da da. What day and time is it? Da da da. All these things, like, you know. So we discuss these things, you know. And I feel like he's very flexible too when it comes to you know, just being reliable. He's flexible. If I need him to like pick her up an extra day, he makes himself available. Or if vice versa, if he wants to only take her for 2 days out of the 3 that he normally has her, then I'm flexible too, you know, because life happens, things happens, and I would like the same grace when it's me on the other end of the stick, you know? So I definitely try to give grace, you know, a lot. Like, you know, he's an active dad. I would never want to take that away from her, regardless of how things ended between us or how I may have felt about him in terms of our relationship. He's good to her. So as long as he's good to her and there's nothing concerning about his relationship with her, like, you know, as long as he's not, you know, making her feel bad or upset or whatever on like a consistent basis or anything, there's nothing for me to be, you know, getting in between their relationship for. That is what they got going on. That is them, okay? That is them. But, you know, if there were ever an instance where she felt like, you know, like he disciplined her harshly or anything, oh, for sure, I'm an advocate for my baby. I am an advocate for sure. I would definitely discuss it with him, and I have in the past. I have discussed things with him when it comes to like disciplining and whatnot, because I feel like dads be like, they be doing too much sometimes. They be doing too much. I feel like moms, I feel like dads are a bit more lenient when it comes to discipline, but when they really crack down, they crack down. Like, you know, moms are more like routine with their discipline, like, you know, but dads, they'll go extreme with it on a, you know, annual basis, I feel. But, you know, it's all about finding a balance and what works for your co-parenting relationship. But definitely boundaries and communication. Boundaries, communication, and routines, most definitely. So that nothing gets misconstrued, nothing can get misunderstood, or, oh, I didn't know, and no, baby. Let's iron out all the details. Let's talk about it. But anyways, I'm getting tired, and at this point I'm starting to ramble, so I am going to, like I said, watch some Gossip Girl and go to bed, and I will see you guys in the next one.